I really delivered my own baby. Like, I really just pushed them out by myself at home. When I think about that story, it's so unbelievable to myself. Like, I just pushed the whole baby out by myself. Like, that's some real superwoman-ish. Like they don't just deliver your own kid. You don't need no hospitals, period. But listen, y'all. So today I wanted to share a story. A lot of people who know me personally already know the story. But, I'm going to share it. You can watch it. You don't have to. But this is a really important story to me because it's one of the stories that actually shaped me into the person that I am today. A lot of the things that I've experienced in my life made me strong. And this is one of them stories, so I'm going to share it. It's motivation, you can overcome hard times, no matter what they are. Okay, so 9 years ago, I was pregnant. I was 19 years old. I already had my firstborn, which is my daughter. So I was pregnant with my second child, young, a very unstable teen. When I first got pregnant, I was so depressed. Like, I was so hurt because, for one, I was 19 and I already had another baby, like I said. And for two, I was so scared about what people would say about me. I think that was really my real reason why I was so depressed, because it wasn't so much that I was pregnant. It was really like, damn, I'm 19. People gonna clown me because I'm 19 with 2 kids. So, I'm 19, get pregnant. Not only am I pregnant, but I'm in a very dysfunctional relationship with a person. So, and I was living with my grandma, and my grandma was a lot, to say the least. So that was like the whole entire pregnancy. I was stressed. I was stressing. I was hurt. I was upset. I was confused. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. Like, I'm just like, why am I pregnant again? Why is this happening to me? I wanted to look at my baby like a blessing. Like, and a lot of us young moms, we want to look at our child like a blessing. We don't want to look at it like it's a burden, it's a problem, like it's something so horrible, because childbirth is really a beautiful thing. Like, having kids is really special. But society has made it so weird now. Like, if you have kids, you're weird or something. But all of these things was going through my mind. Like, I'm just so the whole entire time I was pregnant, I was stressing about these things every single day. I was not happy. A lot of us young single mothers go through a lot of trauma during the entire time we're pregnant, prior to the pregnancy, in the relationship that we chose, the time that's coming up to deliver the child, and even after the child. It's a lot of trauma, unless you had, a good situation. But for most of us, we had really horrible situations with men, family, all of that. And mentally, it's draining. We get depressed. We feel all of these different emotions that no one seems to care about. And the most disrespectful thing that a person can do or say is, why did you choose to do this? Or why did you, if you knew the person you was with was a horrible person, why would you have a baby? Like, bro, we don't think about that. Like, when you meet a person, people put up a really good front in the beginning. Like, everybody does that because everybody is trying to be on their best behavior. So you don't know starting out all the time that, if I have a baby by this person, he's going to be this way. And another thing too, a lot of us don't plan to get pregnant. Like, I hope people are aware that, you could just get pregnant. And a lot of people don't get abortions, so they keep their kids. So that's why they end up having kids. I just wanted to put that out there as well, because some people have a hard time understanding that. There's really people that don't understand that that's how that works. Like, I've seen plenty of statuses where men will clown and bash women for having multiple children, not understanding that we have very fertile eggs in our bodies that sometimes gets fertilized and we get pregnant. Not because we said, hey, let's have a kid. Sometimes it don't work like that. But let me get back to the story because I just got a little off track because that pisses me off. So like I said, I'm 19, I'm pregnant, I'm going through all these different emotions, different feelings. I'm in a horrible relationship, I'm in a horrible living situation. I don't know what I'm doing in life. I don't know what to do because I am a child and I just don't know. So I'm around 7 months at this time. And I remember I started to get like a lot of pain and pressure. Like, you know, I'm thinking it's just Braxton Hicks. You know, if you're a mother and you already had kids or whatever, you know what Braxton Hicks are. They feel very similar to real contractions. So I'm thinking like, all right, I'm just having a little Braxton Hicks. They're going to go away. But I was having them like often, like more than normal. It wasn't something that was like coming and going. It's like every single day my stomach is hurting, it's tightening every day. It's like the same shit. So I'm not really doing anything about it. You know, I'm taking like warm baths, whatever. But this one night, my stomach, mind you, I'm 27 weeks at this time. My stomach is hurting really bad to the point where I'm like, all right, these Braxton Hicks is kicking my butt tonight. Like, it was around like 7 p.m. I remember. I'm like, damn, these ones really hurt at night. But then around like 8, I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Let me just go. First of all, let me go take a bath to calm these Braxton Hicks down because a warm bath usually was helping me. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom because I gotta take a little, you know, number 2. So I go upstairs. I sit on the toilet. Why when I get on the toilet, my son's head is right there. I mean, literally right there. Like, I'm feeling pressure, so I put my hand on it because I'm like, why I feel like that? His head is right there, y'all. No lie. Like, I kid you not, his head. I just, even telling this story is crazy because I cannot believe 27 weeks, yo. And he just decided to come out. So I'm scared at this point. Actually, I'm sorry. Let me backtrack. I got in the tub first. And then I think I got out the tub because that's when my stomach started to hurt. And I was like, let me go to the bathroom because I felt pressure. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I run downstairs, like, not running because the baby head coming out, but I get downstairs and I'm laying on the couch. And now that I think about it, it's like, I remember before I went upstairs to the tub, I was on all fours. Like, I was on my knees and hands. And I remember I was like, my stomach, like, I just was, like, really in a lot of pain. So I don't know why I didn't think that it was more than Braxton Hicks. I don't really remember. This was 9 years ago. So I don't know what I was thinking. I just know, like, it was hurting bad. But anyway, I get downstairs to the couch. I lay on the couch. And I'm just like, yo, I cannot be really about to have my son right now. Mind you, this whole pregnancy, I'm not happy. Like, the whole entire time, I'm not enjoying it. I'm not taking time to appreciate what's growing inside my body. I'm just miserable. I hate everything. I'm like, no, I don't care about nothing. So the fact that I'm now one-on-one with my son, and it's my job to deliver him safely, I'm scared. Because I'm like, yo, I neglected myself and you the whole 7 months. And now it's up to me to make sure you live. Like, you know, I'm a really deep thinker. I think really deep about a lot of things. I believe that we're sent a lot of messages and certain obstacles and challenges to test us. And I was tested. And I just remember thinking like, damn, this is real. So I lay there and I pushed because I had to push. And I felt them coming out. And I grabbed him. Listen, I used to watch a lot of the baby channel and stuff, like when I was pregnant. So I remember watching a baby story one time, and it was like telling the mom to keep the baby above her chest, so the blood or something. I don't even know why they told her to do it, but I did that. I push him out. I lift him up immediately and put him on my chest. Like, oh shit. Like, he wasn't even crying. Like, he was awake. He was looking around, but he wasn't crying. He literally was just looking. Mind you, I'm 7 months. I'm 27 weeks. This is a 3-pound baby I'm holding. I could fit his head in the palm of my hands. He was so tiny. He just looking around. And I'm scared as shit. I'm like, oh my God, like this baby really just came out. Everything's still connected. The placenta, the umbilical, like it was unreal. And I'm just holding him like, yo, like I really just delivered you. And I'm looking at him, and I immediately started to feel bad because I'm like, because of my choices, you came early. Like, I put you at risk. I put you at risk for multiple things, not even just death, but for complications. I could have pushed him. I could have fell on the floor. Like, it's so many things I put him at risk because of my decisions, my choices, the things I chose to do, the way I chose to feel. A lot of people always tell me, don't beat yourself up. You know, I understand that. But, you know, at some point we have to be responsible for our actions, okay? And that was very irresponsible of me to even carry the whole pregnancy like that. I was young. I didn't know no better. But at the end of the day, an innocent child still had to deal with my choices. So, my grandmom is at the top of the steps screaming like, oh, she don't know what to do because I just delivered the baby on her couch. Crazy. We call the ambulance come, they take us to the hospital, and everybody in the hospital is so amazed, like, yo, you really delivered your baby? Mind you, because I'm 19 at the time, like, I'm a child. It's not like I'm a grown-ass woman. Like, I'm a little-ass girl, and I pushed out this baby by myself. Like, that's crazy. So we get to the hospital, and take him where they take him. They take me into this room. They never took the placenta out, so I'm in pain. I'm laying there like, yo, nurse come in. She pushed the bottom of my stomach, and the placenta just slides out. I'm like, bro, really? That's all I had to do? Like, but anyway. So they get us in a room after, you know, everything they had to do, whatever. And he's just so small. Like, I'm still shocked at how tiny this baby is. Like, yo, he's so small. He didn't need to be on oxygen. He was breathing on his own. He was so strong. It was a miracle for him to be okay like that. I'm telling y'all, like, you know, usually preemies, they got to do all this stuff. Like, he did have to go into the incubator. He had jaundice. And the main issues he had, his heart rate kept dropping. He couldn't keep his body temperature up. So he had to stay in the hospital for like a month. During his whole stay in the hospital for a month, and I was by his side every single day. Every single day. I never left. Eventually, his heart rate was able to stabilize, and we was able to go home. But the story is so deep to me because as a 19-year-old child, but you already got a 2-year-old. My daughter was 2. I had her at 17. I got pregnant when I was 16. So as a 19-year-old young woman, you got 2 kids. One is 2, and the other one is in the hospital for a month. And you dealing with all of this by yourself. Now, like I said in the beginning of my video, I believe that we're always setting challenges and obstacles to build character, to test our willpower, to see how strong we are, see if we're going to fold. That was my test. See, I used to always try to figure out, why did I have to be a teen mom? Like, why did my life go the way it went? But a lot of times, those questions is not even meant to be asked because it's not our responsibility to try to find the answers to those. Because first of all, we might never find the answers to those. The only thing that we're supposed to do is take what's given to us and make the best out of it. But I used to think like, damn, why did I have to go through that? But if you know me personally at 28 years old and you see how strong I am and the things that I've experienced, you will understand why those things had to happen to me. And that's just one story out of many. But that's one story that made me strong. That made me able to do things that I would have never thought I would be able to do. And my message is this for today, because, you know, I like to do a lot of messages for today. If you're a young mom and you're currently going through the same thing I went through, horrible relationship, not understanding what you want, don't know what's going on, keep your head up. Because the worst thing you can do is fold under pressure, especially as a mother. And that's what I did at first. And I believe that's why my son was born early, because I folded. Instead of being strong, instead of trying to figure out what to do, I sat back and I allowed life to kick my ass. And I was too weak to fight back. The worst thing you could do is fold. Because whatever choices you choose to make while you're down, somebody is going to have to suffer later. And in my case, it was my son. And my message is this for today, because, you know, I like to do a lot of messages for today. If you're a young mom and you're currently going through the same thing I went through, horrible relationship, not understanding what you want, not really don't know what's going on, keep your head up. Because the worst thing you can do is fold under pressure, especially as a mother. And that's what I did at first. And I believe that's why my son was born early, because I folded. Instead of being strong, instead of trying to figure out what to do, I sat back and I allowed life to kick my ass. And I was too weak to fight back. The worst thing you could do is fold. Because whatever choices you choose to make while you're down, somebody is going to have to suffer later. And in my case, it was my son. So, listen guys, I'm going to end this video here because it's a little longer than what I usually like. Please subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment if you have a similar experience. If you want to ask me some questions, please comment. I will respond. I appreciate all the feedback. Hit the notification bell for updates from me. I post every single day. Never miss a beat. So I will be back tomorrow with a new video. Thank y'all for your time. Have a blessed one.